Alrighty, y'all. So I am going to share with you. This was the reason why I posted that short that said to be continued. Because if you guys recall, an officer had made an allegation against me, right? And I wasn't going to let that slide. And it was false. I don't know who he thought I was. Actually, the Lord had revealed to me that this was an officer that I had made a complaint about 2 years ago. Doing exactly what he was doing this 2 years later. And so, y'all, it's really windy here. So I got me some bobby pins. Like I said, I wear my hair in 2 French braids. So I'm just going to secure my hat to my head. Hold on. I'm going to make sure that they're going through the braids first. So let me see. So nevertheless, so that's what I had to focus all my energy on, was preparing my defense. And y'all, I was becoming a little bit anxious because it just felt like the Lord wasn't hearing me. You know what I mean? It wasn't hearing, but like he was telling me no. That's what my anxiousness was. And so the Lord wasn't giving me an answer any other way. So I just had to go in and trust my God. Trust that my God heard everything that I had requested, to look upon his servant. The holy people of God, we obey magistrates. You know, and sometimes we're going to have to suffer wrongs, of course. We have all. But in this case, my whole livelihood is based upon my driving. Like, what can you do without a driver's license? Wherever you are, I don't know what you can do without a driver's license. But here, for me, listen, I'm not fronting on nothing, okay? I'm not fronting on nothing. All my cars are in my name. All my registration in my name. Mine. All my insurance in my name. Everything. My name. Nobody else. So people that you know, faking it because they got things in other people's names, they don't know what responsibility is. They don't care about responsibility. What's that? I don't got nothing in my name. I'm too stupid. I don't got nothing in my name. I'm irresponsible. I don't got nothing in my name. You know what I mean? But for me, if I don't got a driver's license, I lose everything. And I'm trying to acquire other things in my name. You know what I mean? And so, nevertheless, I was paying a bill. And what I do for me, because I'm an older woman and my memory, you know what I'm saying? Like, my memory is... some things I can remember. My memory is not as strong as it used to be. I'll say that. And so when something happens, I'll immediately text the event to my phone, the information, the pertinence. What is going on with this hat? The pertinence that I need, right? I'll text it to myself. So when I was paying this bill, this is how the Lord had reminded me. So when I was paying the bill, I pulled up the account number to pay the bill, but just above it or just below it, getting there, I came across the text message to myself reminding me that I had put in a complaint about that same officer that lied and said I did something in traffic that I did not, right? So you've been waiting around 2 years to get your retaliation, your revenge. So that's what I was focusing all my attentions on, was preparing my defense, right? Go into court, and the great God of heaven, typically this is what I do. I get up, I get my coffee, or I get whatever energy drink, and I get my food, and then I start my deliveries, right? That's my routine. On the day of court, because I hadn't heard from the Lord, I didn't receive an answer from the Lord, I fasted that day. So I get into the court and I lay out all my materials, my defense and videos and whatever. When I'm questioning the officer, his response constantly, I don't remember, I'm not sure, I don't know, I don't recall, I don't remember, and then finally I told the judge, one of my questions was this: have you ever been neurologically tested? And he gonna go, look all offended and whatnot. And the judge said, what is the relevance of the question? I said, because he doesn't remember anything. That's why. And the judge smiled and said, I see where you're going. Well, nevertheless, that officer gonna lie even more. The judge asked him, what was the stop like? What was the interaction like, right? That lying officer gonna sit there and attribute all the stigmas and all of the stereotypes because I'm black, he's not black. Oh, she was defiant, she's combative, she was argumentative, on and on. All of the stereotypes that are attributed to black people, right? Well, I said, Your Honor, I have some video evidence of the stop. I've organized them. I have an outline. And so what I did was I outlined the videos, and then I also outlined in my notes each video numbered and the questions that I had per clip to present to the court. And so I did that. Guess what? The judge didn't see no defiance, no argumentative, no combative, And then the great God of heaven moved upon the judge and said, we find that the defendant has not committed the allegations, allegations alleged by the state. And then he had to put the officer in check because he was like, does the state rest? I guess. Does the state rest? For now, I guess. Are you done testifying? I suppose. The state rests. The judge had enough. The state rests. I'm done with what your silliness that you're talking. And so that officer gonna start pouting and go marching out of the courtroom all upset, right? And then the judge, he said to me, he said, well done. He said, well done. He said, you were organized, you were ready. He said, are you an attorney? I said, no. He said, well, you need to be an attorney. I said, I was going to attend law school at one point in my life, and it's not too late. It is not too late. I mind. You may just see me on the news. The oldest woman living has just passed the bar exam. And she is currently a practicing attorney. Still a possibility. So, nevertheless, so I won my case. And hold on, let me show you the paper. Hold on. Oh, here it is. I've been doing my deliveries all day. Well, I haven't been doing my deliveries all day, but I've been. Let me show ya. And I'm also going to share with you guys this other thing that I had to do, that I experienced coming in and out of the court. So, let me see. Let me block this. And then I'm going to show you guys just this portion. It's probably going to look crazy, but that's all right. Okay. So you see where it says judgment? And then it says fines, sanctions, and fees. The disposition of each violation of this case is indicated below. You are to pay the court the total sum of 0, which includes the following. The charge status, found not responsible, meaning not responsible for the alleged violations. Fine, 0. You see that? So I won my case against this officer. So I'm going to also, another complaint against the same officer. Okay, but hold on. I'm going to come back with the part 2 because I want to share with you guys what took place throughout this process of going in and out of the court, okay? So the Lord saw fit to bless me. He moved upon the judge, and I was found not guilty of the allegations, the charges that came against me. And I thank my God for it. It's only through my God. That's the only way. The Lord Jesus. That's the only way. He knows me. The holy people of God, we obey magistrates. In some situations, yes, we will be subject to, defamations and lies. You're not going to get into the kingdom without such. But the great God of heaven, he'll come through for us, just like in this situation. Falsely accused, but the great God of heaven, he knows his servant. He knows me, and I know him. And so, y'all, there it is. Okay, so let me come back and tell you what else I had to do. While the Lord was blessing me, I also had to continue to be subject to, y'all. Okay, so let me come back with the part 2, okay?